I had my, there we go. Okay, I had it all lined up, and then I pushed live, and the format on the screen changed a little bit. So today is more stretching and strength. Not going to do cardio today because we've done 2 days with cardio bursts. If you want to go back to cardio, do yesterday and Monday. First, starting out with some stretches, and have you stretch the front of your legs. Again, I always do this just to remind myself to engage my core muscles. So for this first stretch, I'm going to have you hold behind one foot. You can always place your hand on some sort of a wall, or like I have a bar over here. I just realized I didn't set the timer. So we'll do this stretch and then I'm going to set the timer. So this is stretching the front of your leg. This feels really good for me because I did some running on Monday. You want to make sure your knees are pointed down. You're not separating those legs. So knees are pointed down, chest is up, shoulder blades are back and down. So let's switch over to the other leg. I'm just starting my timer so I don't accidentally go to 11 minutes again like yesterday. Hold that other leg. Again, knees point down, so not forward, not to the side. See, when I put it to the side, I fall over. So you want to make sure knees are pointed down, and if you need to, you're holding onto a wall or a chair, whatever you need to be doing. So you should be feeling this right through the front of that bent leg. Pulling those shoulder blades down, standing up nice and tall, engage through your center. So we're not just haphazardly holding something here. You're thinking about everything as you're using it and as you're stretching it. Let's lower that leg down, and then from here, my all-time favorite neck exercise. If you know me, I've probably told you this either in person. I know I taught a bunch of women at a retreat because one of the moms was getting headaches, and we were all doing it in the kitchen. It was pretty funny. Anyways, I learned this in physical therapy. Favorite stretch. If you feel like you're getting tension headaches, take one hand, palm behind your back, other hand right over your head, and just sink that ear towards your shoulder. I love this. You can feel all of that release down through the side of your neck. So this is by far my favorite stretch that I've taken from physical therapy. I spent lots of years of my life in physical therapy, not recently, but from not stretching and not doing exercises correctly or doing too much exercise. So I try to help people so they don't end up in physical therapy themselves. All right, let's bring ourselves back to center. Other hand, palm faces in. Actually, you can see me in the mirror back there. Other hand comes up and over. So feel that length in your spine. Tuck your abdominal muscles in and up. And again, today is just focused more on stretching because we did do a lot the last couple of days, especially for those who did the videos, maybe more than once if you needed it. I also said in this post, so let's bring ourselves back to center, do this instead of going in the kitchen unless you're hungry or it's a meal, and do it instead of Googling. I'm guaranteeing you that everybody probably spends more than 5 minutes doing those things a day. So next we're going to do squats, so sink those hips back and down, and then stand back up. I hear Ben upstairs, so there might be a little child in the video in a minute. Sinking your weight into your heels, push back, stand back up. Back, he's coming down. He's like an elephant up there. And then lower down, I'm going to have you walk to one side and then to the other. So similar to what I did yesterday, I want you to see the side view. My spine is lengthened. I'm not tucking my chin to my chest. I'm not rounding my back out. Pushing those hips back and down, pretending that I'm sitting in some sort of a chair. Okay? Keeping your shoulder blades away from your ears. He's not coming. Maybe Andy's up. I don't know if anybody gets up before their kids, but I can always hear him about 5 seconds before he comes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next we've got push-ups. You can try these on your toes or your knees. I'll give you options. I will try on my toes, but again, it's a minute, so I'll probably end up on my knees. So what you're doing here, plank position. There he is. I'm recording a video. You can say hi, but I've got 2 minutes left. You can be on your toes here, or lower one knee down, or both knees down. You're leading with your chest. So all the way down, all the way up. Keep those hips level with your body. Ways to modify would be to lower your knees, decrease your range of motion. So maybe you go down an inch, and up, an inch. Another way to modify, keep moving while I show you. I don't know if you can see this, but another way to modify, I have a bench here. You can't totally see what I'm doing, but if you put your hands on a bench or a chair, I just elevated myself. You might have seen it in the mirror, elevated myself a little bit. If you've got any sort of step, something that lifts you up, we've got 15 seconds left. Anything that lifts you up with that upper body, it's going to give you a bit of a modification. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I want to throw something at you, lower down halfway, and just hold. Again, hips level. So we don't want our hips up towards the ceiling. Get down. 3, 2, and 1. And then I will have you press back into a quick child's pose. So reaching your hips back, actively pulling your hands forward. Next up, we come forward onto our hands and our knees. Come around this way. You can see a little bit better. Hands and our knees. Bring one leg straight behind us. Cross the other foot so it's in front of that thigh. And then just let your weight slide back. This is perhaps one of my all-time favorite stretches. This is called the pigeon. You should be feeling it through that front thigh, keeping your spine lengthened, and then everybody's range of motion will be a little bit different. Just let your body sink towards the ground. Bringing that back leg straight back, feeling the stretch through the front bent hip, not hip, but bent leg, the hip of that front leg. And then we'll come back forward. Other leg slides back. Bring those feet of the bent leg in front of your thigh, pushing back here. Wherever your upper body feels comfortable, sinking into it, feeling that stretch in your front hip. Take a few deep breaths. Nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, come back forward. That's your 5 minutes. I think I went over a little bit again, 6-ish minutes. Remember, and I know I'm guilty of this too, every trip to the kitchen or on your phone, I'm just gonna check one thing real quick, those add up, but my guess is you're probably spending, anytime you do that, you're spending at least 5 minutes. These videos are 5 minutes each. Stop yourself. Again, unless it's like you're hungry, you're thirsty, it's mealtime, or you need to check something on your phone. But I get into a rabbit hole. I mean, I could spend a half an hour just Googling and getting into that rabbit hole, which then makes me anxious, which then makes it hard for me to focus on things that I need to do. So try to replace that habit with something else. I'm giving everybody this every day as an option for replacing your habit. So have a wonderful day, and I will be back tomorrow morning, but of course you'll see some posts from me later in the day as well. Ben, do you want to say anything? All right. And then to all those parents and kids, enjoy your day today. Be grateful. I guess be grateful is just my motto because there's a lot going on. So find at least one thing to be grateful for today.